I've been thinking about making a Canard RC airplane for a very long time now, so I decided to ask the community and they told me, yes, build a Canard RC airplane! So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to design, build and fly a Canard plane, which is cool because it's a different design. I've never done that before and it's going to be interesting. By the way, you can also find Joyplanes RC in odyssey.com, where you can see all of these videos without any annoying advertisement, unless it's a sponsored video. Check it out in the description below. It's cool to have another alternative channel where everything is free. Cool. So now let's start with the design. Everything starts with a drawing or an idea. So I'm sitting in front of my computer right now. I have AutoCAD open there so we can see the design. I took maybe a few hours to come up with that design. And here you can see the side view. Here are some reference lines to draw the rest of the plane. So this is going to be the general shape of the plane seen from above. Here are some templates. Here you can see the bottom part, the top part, and the side and the wing. I also did a 3D design in Fusion 360. So here it is. It's a better visualization in 3D. So I can actually take this wall away and now we can see inside the fuselage. It's really cool. So this is what we're going to be building. I'm going to use XPS foam, this foam, and it's very lightweight. Let's see how it goes. And oh my God, my trial version of Fusion 360 is going to expire in 7 days. Oh my God, what am I going to do? I'm gonna lose everything. So I decided to print out the templates on A4 sheets, which is a more traditional way of cutting out the parts. I also found out that this new material is not very tasty, but I still wanted to try and cut it with my laser cutter. I transferred the drawings over to the CNC software and then I started cutting the material, and it worked perfectly, because this new material is soft and it's also dark, so the laser diode can cut it very easily. Before I have tried that with white foam board and it didn't work, because this white surface will reflect the light of the beam, making it inefficient to cut through it. I found this XPS foam online and is intended to be used for flooring insulation. I'm not pretty sure that this material is the best for building RC airplanes because it's really brittle and it's very soft, but it's very lightweight, so by applying some reinforcements maybe it works. By using the hot glue gun, I glue everything together, which is very fast and convenient, and the process is very similar or almost the same as using foam board. For the nose of the fuselage and also the motor mount that will go at the back of the fuselage, I decided to design them and 3D print them. I'm gonna use an electric motor that I found online for sale and I haven't used it in a long time. So I mounted the motor to the base. It took me a little bit of time because this motor is different, that's why it was cheap. The shaft of the motor is also very thin, but I had the right propeller. And we're gonna be soldering the connectors in a second. For the recently printed nose, I had to get rid of the support material and then it's ready to go where it is supposed to. Here's a glimpse of the fuselage taking shape, but we still have to put some formers and also the top part. Now I'm ready to start using the blue tape, which is also not tasty, so don't eat it, and we're gonna use it to cover the fuselage and also the wings and the whole plane in general. Folding the wings and also giving it the airfoil shape is a bit tricky because it doesn't behave like foam board, but with a little bit of practice I could do it. I still ended up doing the same process applied to foam board planes, but you have to be careful with not breaking the material. That's why I apply the tape on one side and it will prevent the material from breaking when you bend it or fold it. The nice part about this material is that it's very soft, so you can cut it with a knife, just like cutting butter with a hot knife. I glue a little foam spar inside the wing and I jump back to soldering the connectors to the motor and the ESC. Then I finish the fuselage and I place the motor. I'm gonna cut this section, creating some kind of canopy, and also to be able to access the electronics inside. And I create a little hatch in the front to put the battery in, and we're gonna be talking about the center of gravity for these planes in a minute. Here I'm gluing some reinforcements to make the fuselage stronger. I had to go out to buy some wood for the main spar, otherwise the wings will snap in mid-air. This is the actual canard, and it's a horizontal stabilizer, but because it goes in front of the aircraft, it's called canard. Now I'm going to cut out the vertical stabilizer from foam board, and this is me with my pajamas. We glue the vertical stabilizer and then we put the servo in place for the rudder. This is the first time I'm going to fly a Canard plane, and I don't know if this design will fly. Let's figure it out. This is the final result, and I have to say that it looks beautiful. Now let's talk about the center of gravity, something really important for these kind of planes. According to the book and some information that you can find online, the canard will produce lift as opposed as the horizontal stabilizer, which produces downforce to maintain the stability. That makes the neutral point go forward a little bit and also the center of gravity. But depending on the size of the canard and the lifting force it's producing, you calculate this. For now, I'll guess where the center of gravity should be. And now, let's try and see if it works. And this is the first launch. Not successful. Again, not successful. Maybe next time. Not successful. At this point I broke the propeller, so I had to go back and change it and also do some fixes to try again. I also reduced the angle of attack of the main wing a little bit because it might be too high. I tried again a couple of times without success. But suddenly I start to get closer to making it fly, until this happens. It was a short flight time of about 10 seconds, but it was very rewarding. At this point I didn't think it was going to fly, but at least it did it for a few seconds. Here you can see it was flying great until I decided to turn, I think with the rudder, and then it got out of control and started spinning, and it was irrecoverable. Of course, after that last crash, I couldn't fly it anymore because it was too damaged. But it was a nice experience, and the next one will be a lot simpler. And I'm going to take advice from other people who have done Canard planes. And this is the end of the video. Bye. Oh yeah, and remember to subscribe and watch any of those videos that you see on the screen.